Hey world, it's Tobo. It is currently June the 25th of 2015, and welcome back to the party. You may be noticing a suspicious absence of warning track. This is because scheduling happened very recently. The cast with the warning track tends to be a very delicate balance of everything in particularly his day lining up exactly the way we expect it to, and when it doesn't, he can't be here to do the show, and that happened today. So it's just gonna be me. I'll try to pull it out on the solo cast. Luckily, we do have a very enjoyable looking game lined up, so either way, should be a good one. Bad news. It is entirely too difficult to find decent royalty-free jazz. It's damn near impossible to do. So, I think I'm gonna have to switch to a different genre. One that's easier to locate. Music that won't make Twitch completely explode. So I will be experimenting with that in the weeks to come. And I will be relying on you, fine folk, to tell me what songs you actually enjoy. But enough of that, on to the actual game at hand. We've got Warning Track versus KCM. This is another old ladder set we pulled out. Hi, Veranas. Yeah, I know, the jazz. It's not working, man. I can't do it. So yeah, this is another old ladder set we've got going on here. Drawnonward and KCM should be a very good one. I remember this being fairly close, I think. Not really sure. Looks like they pulled out Gallery in favor of more Courtyard 2. So that's going to be fun. But as is our way when it comes to ladder sets, we will be starting things off with a bit of 2x speed balcony. So, is there anything else I want to say before I get started? I don't think there is. So without any further ado, let's get this thing underway. Drawnonward on the spy, KCM on the sniper. And ladies and gentlemen, away we go. Alright, so, relatively slow start, good opportunity for a banana bread. It was white though, so that's going to cause problems. Does get highlight for it. Very difficult situation as far as flirting is concerned. We're just in a bad spot for that. Actually steps away without picking up a flirt at all. I don't know if that was necessarily a good idea. You can at least get a 17% off of that, or better if you green it, but even just that is better than nothing. Picks up a green there though, pretty close. So 1 minute left to play. 51% on the flirt and the BB done already, but we are the only highlight at the moment, so we're in a bit of a worrying situation. We almost need to flirt this at this point, especially with the timer ticking down as much as it is. Oh no, positioning is going to be bad and he gets shot anyway, so that was a little bit unexpected, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. KCM goes up a quick 1-0. That could not have been an easy shot to take, but there you go, he did it. So KCM getting ready to step into the spiral here. Drawnonward on the sniper, the exact same thing. 2x speed, balcony, standard set, bug, contact, and seduce are the missions that are active. Here we go! A little bit of an interesting start. Lots of people outside of conversation here. Does wind up in a good position to flirt early on. Hits the white test for 33%. Not optimal, but still works just fine. Ooh, gets low lit for the briefcase. That's going to be incredibly nice. Has to make sure he gets those missions done, though. White BB, luckily he's already low lit. Might get bumped back up to neutral. Doesn't look like he has been, but he's going to really need to motor to finish up this banana bread. Oh, gets the bug off! Ambassador steps up next to him, gets the bug. I'm going to have another look at this at normal speed. From spy cam here, and then from sniper cam again. Spy cam, Ambassador shows up, and bugging in perfect time with the animations. How is this on sniper cam? We've got a great block from Toby, basically completely invisible. I think it still probably would have been seen if he were highlight, but I think even if you're just neutral, that's a sweet bug right there. So KCM Goes up quick 2-0 right off the bat, so good start from him to be sure. Good stuff. Courtyard 2 is next on the list. Drawnonward on the spy here. KCM on the sniper. I miss the banter with warning track between games. I miss it already, but we will persevere. All right. So, warning track on the spy here. KCM on the sniper. No fingerprint on Courtyard 2. In 3, 2, 1. Why am I counting? I don't know why I'm counting. It's just me. So, immediately Drawnonward gets a 50% flirt. So, that's a nice solid start for him there. We are back at regulation speed instead of going like speedrun task. But Drawnonward, other than that first flirt, actually starting off nice and slow here. Which I'm not sure how I feel about on Courtyard 2. It certainly can work, but like oftentimes you wind up going to statues like this, and that's oftentimes not the thing you necessarily want to happen. It is going to be able to get both of his inspects off there, so no problems as of yet. Steps back into conversation. Bit of an odd entry. He does get highlight for it, so that's somewhat unfortunate. White test there, up to 84% on the flirt. 2 minutes and 55 left on the clock. Drawnonward's playing slow but solid. Ooh, big bug attempt there. A little bit ill-advised, and KCM on it like a hawk. Goes up 3-0 off the bat. This is Drawnonward needs to pick up a game here. He really does. He's not looking great off the top of this set. So, KCM stepping into the spiral on Courtyard 2, no fingerprint. Drawn on the sniper in 3, 2, 1. I'm counting again. I shouldn't be counting. I have no one to count to. Just me today. Green purloin right off the top from KCM. He's really going for this. Weird little entry to the statue there to go for the flirt. Actually does wind up getting highlight. Purloin hasn't even come off yet though, so this is looking great for KCM so far, other than that weird highlight from the thing. As Drawnonward, I think just now he notices that the list is gone, and KCM is in a fantastic position looking at where the lowlights were coming from. I think KCM is actually going to get low lit. Nope, just neutral lit. Then he goes back up to highlight on the green BB there. So Drawnonward feeling behind, going low light crazy, and it's working quite nicely for him. And suddenly we have a game on our hands. Drawnonward has narrowed the field quite a bit, and quite accurately at that. Just because he knew he was behind off of that purloin. And KCM, he's been playing a great game so far, but well, I guess other than that little weird statue thing he did, just the entry to the flirt that caused some problems. But other than that, he's been playing a beautiful game. But there's that chance that it might not be enough because of how aggressive Drawnonward went with the lowlights. Right now, it's down to 4 highlights, one of which is KCM, and 1 neutral light. KCM walks off to a conversation on his own, steps back over to the general here to finish up his flirt. Drawnonward has to shoot right now if he's going to at all. As soon as this talk happens, Drawnonward has to take a shot. KCM wisely being very patient with that flirt. Does Drawn shoot? Oh my goodness, are you serious? Holy crap, I really didn't think Drawn was going to get that. Wow. Holy crap, what a shot! Oh my god! That was impressive. That was some impressive stuff. Wow. That is such a hard shot to take. He had basically nothing to go on there. The only thing that he really saw, I think, was he may have saw the leave and return to the conversation, and he definitely saw the weird pathing glitch as he went to the statues for the flirt. But other than that, man, KCM played such a clean game there. I'm amazed Drawn caught him on that, but there you go. Sometimes the plays are pretty amazing in Spy Party. Drawnonward, still down. It's 3-1. He's down a set, basically. So stepping into Panopticon here. We'll see what he can do on the Spy roll in 3, 2, 1. I'm counting again. I need to stop counting when I don't have someone to count at. It's just force of habit at this point. Drawnonward immediately into center statues. I don't think KCM's seen him there. Only goes for 2 inspects, interestingly, but does get away before he's even seen at the statue by KCM. So, I guess you'd call that a win. All the way across. That was a little bit of a odd entry in the conversation there. It was a very wide path. Looked like he was aiming for statues, but opted not to. Odd, but not the kind of thing that will get noticed on a map as big as Panopticon, unless you're already a huge suspect. 18% on the flirt. That's almost as bad as physically possible. 17% is the worst you could do on a flirt. Other than red tests, of course, but those don't count. Stepping into yellow statue to pick up a book. Still flying very much under the radar from KCM there. Book does get marked. I think the book got marked. I'm not sure. Does step in for the flirt. Looks like the book wasn't actually marked. And brings it right back again. And gets low-lit for it. Man, oh man. Drawnonward. He's moving slowly. He's really got to start motoring if he wants to finish this up. But he's got his low-light. All he has to do now is finish missions, pretty much. And the seduction target gets snuggly. Finishes up seduce right then and there. There's the inspect finishing up as well. Actually didn't get it, because it got interrupted. Didn't get the bug there either. Oh no, Drawnonward. BB comes off. KCM is doing a lot of fake lights. Drawnonward stepping back into the statue again to actually get his inspect this time. This game for Drawnonward has been so good and so bad at the same time. Contact is done. Seduce is done. Inspect is done. He's got 2 missions left to do. They're both going to be hard tells. Should be able to get a bug in here. Ooh, KCM swung back around at a bad time, but Drawnonward wisely decided not to go for the bug attempt. This is like his 4th statue visit. Does the swap? Can he get out of there? Oh, I think KCM sees the changed statue. Bug in conversation! Drawnonward somehow getting away with murder here. All because of that low light. Oh man, oh man. Is KCM going to be kicking himself for that one? That was a bit of a rough game to lose, but Drawnonward has broken serve. And is looking to tie the game back up here as he steps onto the sniper side of things. KCM on the spy in any 5 of 7 veranda. So not veranda, Panopticon. My apologies. Here we go! Let's see if Drawn can manage to tie this thing up at 3. Very slow start for KCM, actually going for the watch check immediately. It was white, does not look like, actually, looks like Drawnonward actually did see the watch check there. Got 2 highlights and a low light. That's actually a pretty reasonable reaction from Drawn there, but not the reaction he needed. Actually, it was actually quite good. Lots of people would just take a shot at that point. KCM, though, was able to get away from it unlit. So, that's a good thing for him, as he pulls a book all the way across map, blue bookcase all the way over to the conversation on the red side. Barely able to get in that 34% flirt before his seduction target bails on him. But he was able to grab it. Dumps the red book and immediately runs from it. It was a real give and go there, but was able to get it off while Drawnonward was on the other end of the map. So KCM really flying under the radar so far. Green BB into another flirt, up to 85% off that green. So KCM is making good time here, even without the time ad. Got a hard tell done, most of a flirt. A shot comes off from Drawn, and no tie game as of now. KCM picks up the spy win. And even though Drawn sort of broke serve on Panop, KCM breaks him right back. And man, this is already shaping up to be interesting, because we're seeing a lot of spy wins, which is unusual. Some relatively unorthodox play. This is fun. I am enjoying myself so far. All right, let's hop into the next one. Drawnonward on the spy in Veranda. Any 5 of 7 with no fingerprint. KCM on the sniper. It's 2-4 in favor of KCM right now. Drawnonward on the spiral, currently down by a set. And it's gonna boost his confidence that he was able to get the spy win on Panop there. The problem is he gave it right back again, so that can be a bit of a demotivator. We'll see what Drawnonward is able to do on the spiral here on Veranda. Nothing too interesting so far. Was not able to get his early flirt, but didn't get lit for statue, so that can be quite helpful. Odd little conversation entry there. Took a very wide path on the way in. White test flirt for 29%. So if he's going to 3-flirt this, he is going to need a green test on one of his next 2 flirts. Was in a decent position for the BB, but there were just too many people outside of conversation, I think. Drawnonward steps back into statues here to finish up his inspects. I don't think he's going to go for a swap here. He does not. Gets highlight for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. Might be able to do a manual transfer here. Decides not to. Just sets the book back. Nice and innocent. He definitely had an opportunity, though, when KCM swung around like he did. Shame he didn't try to take it. Oh, wasn't able to get himself into the conversation. Winds up bailing. Certainly could have been worse. It's a good thing he realized early he wasn't going to be able to fit in, but Drawnonward really needs to start moving. He needs to get 4 missions done in 2 minutes. That is no small task for even the most experienced of spies. Especially on a map as big as Veranda. Sometimes the missions can be just so far apart, and Drawnonward is not moving at the pace he has to be. Minute and 30 seconds left. I think this is going to be a swap. I think it has to be. But the front statues are not a bad place to do it if you have to. Oh, actually breaks animation. Try to get out of there as fast as he could. I think KCM's onto him, though. Or not? I think Drawnonward got away from that clean, actually. That's amazing to me. I don't know how much of that KCM caught, so Drawnonward could be in a bit of a difficult situation. Some pretty good bouncing coming off there, though. BB coming up. That's gonna eliminate the only people left to be eliminated for KCM, really. And Drawnonward takes the bullet. KCM goes up by 3. So, Drawnonward, not in the best of situations here, but he is on Sniper, so he's got a bit of a better chance to keep it within a 2-point game, keep himself 1 step behind. We'll see what the situation is after the veranda set. Let's get the second half of that here. KCM on the Spy, looking to really break away. Drawnonward, trying to keep the game within a set on the Sniper roll. Once again, no fingerprint. And away we go. KCM on the Spy, Drawnonward on the Sniper. I dumps him that blue bookcase right off the bat. He decides to pull one out, interestingly. Nice bug coming through, but gets caught by Drawnonward right off the top. And yeah, that was fast. I'm not used to veranda games going that quickly. It was not a bad bug either, but Drawnonward was on point guarding that. Drawnonward able to keep himself within a set as we step in to a little bit more Courtyard 2. There's going to be a lot of this because they decided to, as I said at the beginning, decided to remove the, I think the ballroom games in favor of putting in more Courtyard 2 instead. So that's the way it's going to go. Lots of Courtyard, no ballroom, which is, I mean, I like ballroom, so what can you do? But Courtyard 2 is always a good map. We'll see what Drawnonward is able to do here on the Spy roll with no fingerprint. KCM on the Sniper. It is drawn on the Spy, right? Yeah, it is. Alright, cool. Slow start from Drawn, a little bit of bouncing, and he winds up at the window. Not usually the kind of start you're looking for, but not really able to get in for a flirt cleanly. It's really what you want to do at the beginning of a Courtyard game. So immediately, the party not really doing what Drawn wants. White Purloin as well. That could be really bad, but I don't think KCM saw it. Drawnonward. Gulping the drink. And just now, I think KCM notices that the tray is empty as Drawnonward steps in to the statues here. So Drawnonward able to get away with that really clean, and that could be absolutely massive. Should be able to get both of his inspects done. Does indeed work out for him. Does get highlight, but I think that's probably just a routine statue highlight. Hard to say, though. Hard to say, as it did come right off the heels of a White Purloin. Though at this point, I'm pretty sure Drawn's in good position. The only real issue is that he has absolutely zero progress on the flirt with only 1:20 left on the clock. So he may have to try to get a bug off as well, which is no easy task against someone like KCM. Action target does step in. He does hit a green for 40%, but 40 is not 50, and you're not going to be getting any 2 flirts like that, so I don't think flirting is in the cards for the good Sir Onward unless he's willing to put himself at a great deal of risk. Hasn't been able to get a banana bread off either, though. Looking to do it here, and the double agent leaves, so he's just going to step around, get another flirt off. Only 30 seconds left to play. Needs 2 flirts and something else. 69% on the flirt right now. This is going to be a very difficult set for Drawnonward to pull off. 20 seconds.
Banana bread.
Fake BB comes. Does KCM take a shot? I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to let the timer run out. So Drawnonward, not quite able to get it done. Goes for the bug. And it takes. But clock happened. So, yeah. KCM able to hold on the sniper side until the clock runs out. Now the pressure's on Drawnonward once more as KCM steps into the spiral. Drawnonward on the sniper with no fingerprint in courtyard 2. KCM on the spy. KCM starting off next to the Amba. Bit of a weird opening for both players on this map. How are we going to play this? Because they're 2 very full conversations, and we're alone in the conversation with the double agent. So, looks like he decides not to go for it. Does get an in-convo bug, though! Ambassador being just barely friendly enough to give KCM exactly the time he needed. That is just barely on the edge of in range. Like a pixel farther and you wouldn't have been able to do that. There was really nothing Drawnonward could have done to guard that properly and guard the statues as well. Because KCM could have waited as long as he wanted for Drawnonward to swing around to check. Stepping into the statues here for his pair of inspects. But KCM on the same problem that Drawnonward had, where he got his early hardtail, but suddenly there's a minute and a half left in the game and no progress on the flirt. He does have his highlight. Flirtation comes off. 51% off that first flirt, so if KCM can 2-flirt this, that could be the difference. We shall see. KCM really not looking like he wants to move too quickly as far as these last missions go. Seduction target not putting herself in any sort of 2-flirting position. KCM does hit the green as well, 76% on the flirt. He needs 1 more and a BB if he wants to get this done. Might have to resort to the purloin. This is looking a lot like Drawn's last game on Courtyard 2. It's a very difficult situation he finds himself in. Goes for the loop flirt, finishes it up. Does Drawn catch it? It does not look like he does, but he still needs a mission. And the double agent doesn't matter because somebody else died. And suddenly, KCM has broken serve twice. And Drawnonward down by 2 sets. As we reset, head back into the balcony. We'll see if Drawnonward can begin to mount a comeback. If there's any place for Drawnonward to mount a comeback, it's balcony, because balcony is a much more spy-favored map than any of the others are. It's a much more even map. And Drawnonward is damn good at balcony. So, we're going to jump into this. We're going to go 2 times speed, see how this goes. Drawn on the spy, KCM on the sniper. Drawn really needs to find a couple of wins here. Let's see if he can get it done, ladies and gentlemen, as Blue Danger immediately gets low lit, then neutral it again. 51% on his first flirt. Gets low lit once more, picks up a green BB, lets off a couple of other bad lowlights, but he's not getting neutral lit again after that because, jeez, amazingly, I think letting off a couple of hard lowlights is going to help him because now KCM is not going to be letting anyone back up. Gets the 2 flirt! Insult to injury! And ladies and gentlemen, a 1 minute and 7 second balcony victory from Drawnonward that did not involve a bug. Now, that was good. That was good. That was some good stuff there. I like that. Oh man, that was a nice game coming out of Drawn. Very clean. Let's see if KCM is able to return the favor or if Drawn is going to pull it back to a 2-game match. 1 set behind. We'll see if KCM can maintain his lead right here on the balcony. Not the perfect flirting position, but still pretty good. 31%. Oh, that's a bad number. Means he is, in fact... Oh, goes for the bug and gets shot. Ladies and gentlemen, Drawnonward is right back in this again. 7-5 is the current scoreline in favor of KCM. But if Drawnonward can break serve once, we're back even. And he's got 4 maps to try to do it. Courtyard 2, Panopticon, Veranda, and then once more on Courtyard 2. And if he can't, well, if he can, we might wind up with some overtime. And as you probably know, overtime in the ladder is completely freaking nutso. I'll explain it if it happens, but it's exciting stuff. So, back into Courtyard 2 is where we're heading next. Drawnonward on the spiral. He's got a bit of momentum behind him after the balcony games, although he is still behind. KCM on the sniper in a good position, but just lost a set on balcony, so he's going to have to put that behind him, push forward in the next game. We'll see what happens here as Drawn picks up the spiral with no fingerprint on Courtyard 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Generalissimo is the spy in question. Starts off with the basic, quick 34% flirt. Steps out to window afterwards and steps right back in again for another flirt. So Drawn being fairly aggressive about this. Ambassador comes in to say hi, and KCM was on it like a hawk. Second flirt has come off. We're at 62%. Not quite in range for the 3 flirt if we hit a white test. So, if it's going to be a 3 flirt, it's got to be a green test. It gets low lit for snuggling up to the Amba. Isn't that interesting? KCM going to be kicking himself for that after this game. BB comes off on the green test. It's still on 2 times speed. I was wondering what was going on there. Jesus. Hi, Dupless. Yeah, this is an old ladder set again. Yeah, no wonder that game felt like it was going so fast, because it was. Alright, we've got a minute left to play. Drawnonward on the low light, has his contact done, has his purloin done. I completely missed that. Has his inspects done. Oh man, Drawnonward. This is looking good. I don't know when that purloin happened. We were at 2 times speed, I missed it. Oh no! But, oh, the seduction target going for the briefcase. This could spell disaster for Drawn, depending on how long this takes and where he goes afterwards. But Drawnonward picking up the in-convo bug. KCM not at the angle he needed to see it, at least not with the low light. And Drawnonward pulls himself right back into this with a quick spy win on Courtyard 2. Oh man. Oh man. You could tie this up here. You really could. He's on the sniper roll. Ooh, boy. I'm gonna go back to the last game. Because I made a few mistakes. I want to see what happened. Here's the purloin. It was white. Where was KCM? KCM was over here. Toby not even in view as the purloin comes off. We'll keep watching this. Doesn't see it. Doesn't see it. Toby rotates away. There he sees it. Probably thought it came from Blue Danger. Actually, Blue Dress gets highlighted, but for some reason, did not wind up highlighting Drawn. In fact, when Drawn moved, wound up low-lighting him. So, strange stuff there. As KCM steps into the spiral on Courtyard 2. Drawnonward on the sniper, looking to tie things up. And oh man, this got exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, KCM on the spy. Takes control at the window. Waits for seduction target to land in conversation before giving chase. It's like he's stepping in for his initial flirt here. Picks up a green test for 51%, so KCM is in position to flirt if he can get a close one. Might have been able to get a bug on the way out if he was able to find the timing, but Drawn was watching it a little bit too close. Would have been a pretty aggressive play if he went for it. KCM looking to Twitch flirt here. Remember, this is back at a time when Twitch flirts were a thing. So, does Twitch out and then back in, but seduction target bails on him. It took him just a little bit too long to get it off, and it winds up not happening. That's a tough break for KCM. But that said, steps back in, does hit the 2 flirt, but now with 1:45 left to play, he's got 3 missions left to do. That's not a position you want to be in. You might be able to get off a pretty clean contact, though, if he goes for this.
Banana bread.
BB does come off. I don't think that let off any lowlights other than the ones that were already low lit. So, very nice BB coming off from KCM there. Steps into statue, just now getting his highlight, and it's a routine statue highlight, but he only has 1:10 left to play and does not have a hardtail done yet. Inspects have just now been completed. Now we do have our highlight. Ooh, green swap is pending. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the play. We'll see if Drawnonward is able to remember. Goes for the briefcase, wins the race for it. This is a long pending, too. There's the take. There's the swap. Oh, no! Drawnonward doesn't see it! He doesn't see it! The neutral light comes off! And by the time he rotates back around, it's too late. And KCM manages to retain his lead. Oh, man. Drawnonward had a big opportunity there to get things tied up. But KCM stubbornly holding on to his lead as we step into Panopticon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's rough. That's twice now Drawnonward has broken KCM on the spiral and not been able to capitalize on it with the win on the sniper side as well. That's rough. The painting is staring into your soul. Yeah. I should move that, but I won't until after the cast. Panopticon! Drawnonward on the spy. KCM on the sniper, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how this goes. And Drawnonward just hasn't been able to capitalize. Ooh, that was a very, very risky bug right in front of KCM, but he gets it off clean. Ooh, boy. What a play there from Drawn. That takes guts to do something like that. Gets... How's it 94% on the flirt already? What did I miss that happened? What? Okay, Drawnonward. Drawnonward is just going, man. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how he pulled that off. Must have been like a twitch or something, because that's fast. Picks up 2 inspects, steps back over into the conversation, might actually go, nope, decides not to go for the BB. I'm just gonna finish up this here flirtation. Man, what a start from Drawnonward here. Hey, how are you, Warning Track? Good to see you, my friend. Alright, so to get you back up to speed, Drawnonward has been playing well. He's gotten 3 spy wins so far, but every time he's gotten one, except for Balcony, KCM has been able to answer right back again. So lots of very back and forth stuff. Very fun set so far. I don't know what Drawn's doing right now, because he did not need to get another flirt in because he already did that. Looks like he's going for the banana bread here.
Banana bread.
Does get that off. It is a white test, so white and green, luckily, don't particularly matter much on Panopticon. The map's just so big. Stepping in for his last inspect, might go for a swap here as well. Looks like KCM's watching fairly closely there. Does finish his inspect. There's the swap. Oh no, when he holds it down, but the pillar is in the way. Oh man, KCM couldn't see it. And Drawnonward finds yet another spy win. But he needs to capitalize on this one. He needs to find the win on the sniper side of things if he's going to tie this thing up. We're running out of time in the set here. He's got this game, and then it's Veranda and Courtyard 2, and that's it. So, Drawnonward, running out of time. Gotta get this done. Oh, man. Drawnonward gives himself another big opportunity to tie things up as KCM steps into the spiral here on Panopticon, and he 5 of 7. Drawn on the sniper. And away we go, boys. Away we go. KCM taking the time ad off the top. Taking a second one as well. Oh, man. Oh, man. Wow. That was double time ad, right? I'm not hallucinating. And then immediately just walks over a red book into the yellow case. KCM on one hell of a start here. Does get highlit. A bit of an odd bounce into this conversation, but I don't think Drawnonward was there to see. In a good position for the BB. Here it is going to come off on a white test.
Banana bread.
BB comes off, lets off 4 lowlights. So that was a bad contact for KCM, but it did manage to hide a purloin. So that will be the second hardtail he needs. Purloin comes off, I believe, cleanly. Yeah, Drawnonward does not know what to do about that. Inspects are done. KCM moving so fast. All he needs is one more mission. He's got 4 minutes to do it. Man, KCM has really been going on this one. I think he's been able to get most of this off under Drawnonward's nose. We'll see how he manages to finish this up. I expect he's just going to wait it out and do his flirts, because he'll be almost undetectable on a map this large. Gets neutral lit though, and this is not looking good for Drawn. This is not looking good for Drawn indeed. Hello there, Virafo. No, this is not time for dry mad. KCM going for the Twitch business. Gets his first one up to 68. Going for the second. Ooh, I think Drawn might have caught him in KCM! KCM, if he just taken his time and done flirts like a normal person, he would have won that game hands down. But Drawnonward, catching him on the twitch, tying it up at 8. Drawnonward has been behind this entire set. He went down 3-0 and had not been able to tie it up since. Suddenly now, it's neck and neck, 8-all. Going into Veranda. We got 2 sets left. Wow. Boys, we found drama. We found it. We did it. Yes. Man. Alright. Alright, Veranda. Drawnonward on the spy here. Might be able to take his first lead of the match. Who knows? KCM on the sniper. Any 5 of 7, no fingerprint. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Oh man, oh man. Drawnonward starting things out nice and slowly. Innocent watch check at the window. Looks like he's going to go for the flirt off the top. Very standard conservative play. 31% though is not the number you want to see. That means he's going to have to hit a green test if he wants to free flirt. So, stepping in to his statues to pick up his inspections. The optimal white flirt, so you know, is 34%. And 34 plus 34 plus 31 is often 99. Does hit another white, nice and close there at 65. But he needs a green if he's going to 3 flirt. Stepping in to the statues once more, finishing up his inspections. I don't think he's going to try any swapping business here. It's just not, it just doesn't look like a good time or place for it. Does not indeed. 2 minutes and 30 left to play. Oh boy, Drawnonward, I think might be playing a little bit too slowly here. We shall see. Great position for the contact, though, if he wants it. A lot of people outside of conversation, so we'll have to wait a bit to see if people start getting chatty. Decides not to, though. Just steps out to the front for an innocent watch check, and time is starting to run short. Steps in the conversation here. I think this is going to be
Banana bread.
BB. It is indeed. Did hit the green test on that. Red Purloin! Red Purloin alert! Red point Purloin alert. Blinky guest list was not seen by KCM. Luckily, Toby turned in such a way that KC just did not have the angle on it, and it looks like Drawnonward somehow, someway able to get away with that clean. And the shot comes off! And ladies and gentlemen, Drawnonward has the lead all of a sudden. KCM collapsing at the end of the match. Suddenly fighting to keep it tied on the spiral in Veranda. Oh man. Holy crap. Okay. Did this ever turn around in a hurry? Holy mackerel. KCM on the spiral, fighting for a tie. Drawnonward looking to give himself a comfortable 2-point lead going into the last set on the sniper roll. KCM, any 5 of 7 Veranda with no fingerprint has a bit of an odd start. Winds up at a window. Now chasing down the flirt, I can only assume. What's with this highlight business, Drawnonward? You're not allowed to highlight him yet. He hasn't done anything. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Does green flirt, goes for the loop. That's the kind of thing you don't see happen anymore because it doesn't work. Manages to pick up the 2 flirt like within 45 seconds of the game starting. Both flirts were within like 10 seconds of each other. Goes for the swap. Oh god. This is bad. I think Drawnonward's gonna wait for confirmation. I'm pretty sure he knows. KCM in a really bad spot here. Oh no. At this point, I'm pretty sure it's just Drawnonward waiting for confirmation. Oh, the low light though, what? Wait a sec, wait, hang on. Hang on just a cotton picking minute. What just happened, Drawn? You just watched him swap and then low-lit him. I don't understand. I do not understand what just happened. The 360 happens right in front of Drawnonward's eyes, and because he's low-lit. Oh my goodness. What just happened? I don't get it. Drawnonward. All KCMmmmm has to do now is finish his missions. That's all that has to happen. But he thinks he's so far behind. Sometimes Drawnonward makes you win, sometimes it makes you lose. Thank you, Dupless. That's very true. But oh my goodness. I did not see that coming. KCMmmmm moving in to continue to lose heat. Despite the fact that he's low-lit, he has no idea at this point. And Drawnonward takes a bad shot. And ladies and gentlemen, we're tied at 9. Tied at 9. Going into Courtyard 2. I don't think anybody saw this coming since the match started. This has been insane. This has been freaking nutso. But we're at the finale here. And if they split this set, overtime happens. And I'm sure I don't have to remind you, but in the ladder, overtime is freaking insane. But until the point where it comes to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Courtyard 2, Drawnonward on the spy. Any 4 of 6 with no fingerprint. KCMmmmm on the sniper. And away we go. Oh man, oh man. So, how do we do this? Really, don't remember overtime? It's missions equals points, man. It's nuts. You know missions equals points. That's what overtime is. So, Drawnonward, bad position for the flirt. Green for 31%. Don't see that every day. White BB into double agent bailing on him. That is brutal. Picks up a green purloin though. That could save him. It certainly could. Steps back into conversation where the purloin gets taken from. Ah, that was a bad play. That was a bad play, Drawn. You done goofed. Oh no, gets caught trying to get into the statues. This is worrying for Drawnonward. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Is able to get his inspects done. 2 missions finished at this point, including a hardtail. But he's gonna need another BB. He's gonna need to finish his inspects. And the selection target fails on him again. Minute and 30 left to play. Another white test on the BB. Does wind up getting a stop talk. Low lights, low lights, low lights from KCMmmmm though. This is gonna be a very difficult game for Drawnonward. And the shot comes off. Advantage! That was the wrong button. Advantage KCMmmmm. Oh boy. Drawnonward. He's come so far. But now he's on Courtyard 2 fighting for overtime. KCM fighting for a win. Oh, man. What's that behind you? New art? Yes, it is. It's actually, what's it called? It's, like, it's not, like, paint. It's frickin', like, it's woven. I don't know what it's called. It's gonna bug me. But we have a final game to see, though. KCM fighting for a win. Drawnonward fighting for overtime. Any 4 of 6, Courtyard 2. And away we go. Freaking duplex. That's... No. What? Oh my god. That's freaking... You guys are insane. Alright, 34% flirt has happened for KCM. Pretty basic start here. He's gonna, I think, looks like he's just gonna sit back and play the most standard, solid spy game he can to try to eke out a win here. KCM playing very slow, very conservative spy game at the moment. We'll see how this works out for him. Drawnonward, swinging around, gaining suspects as he does. You have a point, Verifo. This is indeed the Drawnonward map. BB has come off. Green Purloin has come off. Drawnonward. Sorry, KCM has bailed successfully. There's the Purloin. There's the bullet. And ladies and gentlemen, KCM comes out victorious. What a finish. Oh, man. Is it needlework? Is that what it's called? Is it called needlework? I don't know. But KCM won. KCM won right at the end. Jesus, that was a very dramatic set. I had a fantastic time. For those of you who weren't here at the beginning, it is bloody impossible to find decent royalty-free jazz. So I'm going to experiment with some new genres of music that are less inclined to make Twitch mute everything forever. So there you go. That was awesome. It's good to be back, dude. Salsa? Not exactly what I had in mind. Oh no. Alright. So, with luck, the track will be back with us again next week. Schedules permitting. I'm gonna go. Thanks a ton for everybody who came out to watch. And until next time, this is Toboshi. Signing off.